everyone, and welcome to another video on solo travel tips and advice. If you have not seen the original solo travel video that I have done, you can check it out right here. So since that video was shot a year ago or just over a year ago, I decided I think it's time to make another one and give some additional advice and suggestions. I get a lot of emails from you guys saying that you have never traveled solo before, you really want to do it, but you're just afraid. I want you to know that is completely understandable. It is not out of the norm to feel fear to travel alone. I was afraid as well, which is why I suggest that you start small. Go on a solo trip somewhere close to where you live to help alleviate those fears. This little getaway will be a huge leap if you've never had a solo adventure and will open your eyes up to a whole new way of traveling. Number 2 is give yourself some time. When you are planning your solo trip, try not to jump from place to place so quickly. Give yourself some time in a new place to do what you have set out to do. Give yourself time to adjust to the culture and the time zone if there is one. If you are on your first solo adventure and you will have to deal with jet lag, this can be especially difficult to experience, especially if you're going and jumping from city to city or country to country. Allow yourself time to settle into your new environment. You will get so much more out of your experience. If you want some tips and advice on how to avoid the evil jet lag, then check out this video. Just throwing videos left, right, and center. Number 3, surround yourself with people. When you are traveling alone, surrounding yourself with other people, being in public areas makes you less of a target. Number 4, ask questions. Chatting with the locals is a great way to learn about the do's and don'ts of a place. It's also a great way to learn about the culture and the traditions. Chat with waitresses and hotel staff and taxi drivers. These are the people that are living and breathing your new destination and can really offer you some helpful tips. Just make sure that you are following your gut, your intuition, that feeling in your stomach, in your being that tells you something is wrong. If you are talking with a stranger and you just feel like something is not right, you are probably right. So follow that instinct and don't ignore it. On the other hand, do not be afraid to talk to new people. There are so many wonderful and interesting people in this world, and that's such a plus and a big part of traveling is meeting these wonderful people. Number 5, take yourself out on a date. Table for 1, please. The thought of dining alone scares a lot of people, so much so that this fear even has a name. It is called solomangorophobia. This is actually one of my favorite things about traveling alone, but I can understand why people fear it. So I say, feel that fear, do it anyway, try it out. Go out for dinner, at least once by yourself, and experience it. And I am not talking about fast food either, where you just grab it and go. I'm talking about a nice sit down, 3-course meal, fancy dining, date with yourself. You will be surprised at how different your food will taste when you dine alone. The flavors, the textures, they're all just amplified because you're focused on what you're putting in your mouth instead of someone across from you and engaging in a conversation. Number 6, stay in hostels. Hostels are awesome. I love hostels. They are the ideal place for any solo traveler looking for like-minded people to maybe go on an adventure or two with. You will be surprised at how easy it is to find some really cool, interesting, and like-minded people to hang out with. Most hostels also provide game nights and karaoke and pub crawls, so there's a lot of community events that brings all the travelers who are at that hostel together to meet each other and hang out with each other. It's kind of like being in college or university all over again, except with people who love to travel from all around the world. Number 7, take a self-defense class. It is always good to be prepared for unfortunate events that can occur. By taking a self-defense class, you will be more confident about the safety of your being, God forbid if anything does happen. However, very important, listen to me when I say this because it's very important. Do not fight unless you have to. Unless you 100% have to. If someone comes up to you, let's say you're on the street and they have a knife, This is just like an intense situation that can happen. It's not gonna happen, but let's just reality check here. It can happen, it has before, and it can happen. So prepare yourself. So let's say someone's coming down the street, they have a knife, and you have a watch on and some money, and they say, give me all of your valuables. Give me your money, give me your watch. Do not hesitate. Don't even say anything, just hand it over to them. No questions asked. Just do what they say, because you are far more important than any piece of jewelry or any money in the world. And number 8, check in. This is a very important rule. If you are traveling solo, be sure to check in with your friends and family and share your whereabouts at all time. This is when social media plays an excellent role in your protection. Just a simple status update to let people know where you are and what you're doing. Sometimes natural disasters or unfortunate events happen, and by checking in frequently, you will at least let people who care about you know where you are and what you're doing, just in case shit hits the fan. If you are going somewhere where there is no internet access or cell phone reception, then be sure 100% to tell someone where you are going and how long you are going for. And that is it for this episode of Solo Travel Tips and Advice. I'm going to do probably another video because there are so many tips and advice that I can share with you based on my own experience that will help you when you are planning and eventually on your solo adventure. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below and let me know. If you have an idea for an upcoming video, let me know as well. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe because I put up a new video every Tuesday and Thursday. Until next week, happy travels!